Hey guys, Greg McLeod from the Forex Cash Machine, and it is the 19th of August 2019, and we just had Australia, the Reserve Bank of Australia, just released their minutes, and I got long at 67.70, and so I'm going to take some profit um, at these different levels, looking for a explosive move to the upside, which we're getting. And we're heading at these. This is my 200 simple moving average I have it on my charts. It's acting as a little bit of a resistance there, but once we clear that, we should be good to go with some pretty good profit. And again, the Forex Cash Machine is a great way of having confidence in the market or confidence in your trade entry and execution. Basically looking for key levels of support and looking for a catalyst to make some money, to make some profit. So we've been in this trade for a little bit, few minutes. We got in at 21:39, which is 9:39 Eastern time, and so we'll see if we can move on up. Okay. So we basically put in a bottom. The news catalyst was at 9:30, so we're a little late to the party there. That was probably our better entry there. So we're a little late, but I think we've got enough room. There's overhead supply up here. You can see where we had some congestion zones right in here where price stalled repeatedly, and you project that out into the future. And let me just make this a little bit more transparent. And I put like a little red tint there. Okay, so we got our overhead supply right there. So I think that price will probably go up into that area. Might even test in it a little bit. And let's see. We're already at like $1,000 right now. It's like you take one off, like, hey, let's pocket one. Why not? Okay, there we go. Again, the minutes are, the Reserve Bank of Australia had their policy meeting last week, and they usually release the minutes the week later to basically tell you what are the factors for them to come up with their decision, right? So whether they were bullish or they felt that there was enough, they're going to cut some more, or maybe they're not going to cut anymore. By the way, the Aussie is moving higher. They may be like one and done. They did a cut and probably say, hey, look, we're good. We don't have to cut anymore, right? That's, the negative. There's always the big threat of negative yields that that's been plaguing. A lot of the bonds have gone up in price because people have been running into bonds for safety. And that's what happens is we have the flight to safety when there's uncertainty in the stock market. We have these huge drops in the stock market. I think we can look at some indices. We can see that we've really moved a lot off of the lows. I mean, they moved like 200 points off the lows. I'm looking up here's the S&P 500. And you can see that I'm going to bring up a daily chart. We can get a daily chart here. Whoa. Okay. Daily chart. And get rid of my objects. Get rid of the round numbers. Okay. So you can see that the S&P has fallen quite a bit, but we've bounced and looks like we're heading higher. We had 3 days of positive closes, and looks like we're going for a fourth day. And the Australian dollar moves in the same direction as the U.S. stock market. If you were to plot both of them together, you can see that they have a similar pattern. That's why we have a risk-on move. We have typically the Aussie dollar, Aussie yen. That's why I was trading the Aussie yen short and long because of the bounce we got here, right? So they move the same. So if you can't trade the S&P because you have a forex account, Greg, it's great that you can trade the S&P, but I can't. Well, no worries, dude, because you can go and trade the Aussie dollar, and it's a proxy for risk, usually. But there's probably like 70-80% correlation between the two. And you can see similar downward move and a bounce, probably not a pronounced bounce. Hey, that rhymes. Pronounced bounce, right? Okay. So there we go. That's an hour chart, but we want to see let's go to the 21 tick, which I like going down to the tick. You can see where we took profit on this trade, and we're looking for prices to continue to move higher, right? That's our take profit zone. We have a higher swing highs and higher swing lows. Prices, we got support, buyers stepping in here, higher low, so we're stair stepping higher. We're above the 200 simple moving average, so we're bullish the market. The 200 simple moving average kind of gives us our directional bias. And I have it on all time frames. This is a 21 tick, which is a really, really, really small time frame. But no need to be afraid because, you stretch it out, you can actually see it looks like a 5-minute chart. But see, now we're bouncing off support. Now, basic trading is, just classic support and resistance. Buying support and selling resistance. Now, right now, we're, you're like saying, well, Greg, is this support? Well, as long as price holds, this trend line, holds support lines, sometimes it'll wick. It won't be perfect because, they're not trying to give you a free lunch here. They want to make you work for this money. He works hard for the money. Dun, dun, dun. But all you got to do is is it above the line or below the line? That's all the work that you're doing, right? And you say, well, it broke below the line. We are going to take chart and it's going to wick and push through. Now, if it pushes through this support area, I might be a little bit afraid here, but I'm not really afraid. I'm still up, but this might form a bottoming structure. And if we see it's acting like a floor, so pretend it's a bouncing ball. The ball bounces off the floor, bounces up, bounces back down. So we expect for it to bounce up. So I could probably buy it again, right? Looking for a bounce higher. But Greg, if it bounces lower, then I'm probably going to get stopped out. Probably need to cut my losses and get out, right? But we had some news. We had some Australia news, and by the way this looks, it looks like it was good news for the currency. That they are going to keep rates steady. They're not going to cut rates when the rates are already at historic lows. Nobody wants to be the high yielder on the block. In fact, Australia, let's see, I have their, okay. Australia, they're at 1%. They cut 25 basis points on July 1st, 2019. So actually, it took us a few weeks to get those minutes, right? Or he said, where are you getting that information, Greg? Well, I'm getting it from my Forex heat map, the arrangement of currency pairs by percentage change. So now it has a central bank. This is like your Swiss Army knife kind of tool here. It has all kinds of things there. The crown jewel is the my Forex heat map arrangement. It's an arrangement of currency pairs by percentage change. It tells me what's popping, what's hopping, what's dropping, and what's not. And we can see in this upper green zone, the Aussie pairs are on fire. Aussie yen up 0.16%. It's 72.11. We have the Aussie Kiwi up 0.1% at one spot 0.558. Aussie CAD it's stepping up. You saw it just shift over, moving up the scale here, 0.12%, and also we have gold up as well, and the Kiwi dollar and Kiwi yen. So the Kiwi is moving on up like George and Wheezy, 0.07%, 68.29 and 64.09 respectively. So, and at the very top we have natural gas, wheat, and the ASX 200, and silver is up there too. So we'll see what's the bottom is trending down. If green is trending up, red's trending down. Euro Aussie, pound Aussie, and since Aussie, and it's active because of the Australia minutes. The minutes have made the Australian dollar strong, and it's strong against the euro, strong against the pound, and it got 0.13%, 1.7928 pound Aussie, euro Aussie 1.6383. So, and this is real time. Our yen basket also dropped. The yen basket is also a risk off, because it's a basket of yen, right? Yen is not doing so good. Why? Because like the stock markets are up today. Okay, dollar is neutral. The dollar pairs normally at the top are taking a breather, hanging out in the gray, the dark gray zone. Okay, all right. So let's take a look. Go back to our trades, and you're not doing so well. I mean, we got the double bottom there. Are we gonna do a triple? Looking for this break, looking for this explosive move to the upside. We're at 0.6766. Forming a nice base of support. Buyers stepping in on that, and they're supporting, giving us some nice support. We also have some supply, overhead supply right there. Lower highs is showing a supply. It's all about supply and demand. So when you have supply and demand they meet, then there's a tendency for a breakout. And that candle kind of disappeared. Hopefully it turned green, but we can set. There we go. It's on the line. And we got about 4 minutes to 10 o'clock. Now, usually when price moves, it likes round numbers. Algos are programmed to, if price is at X at 10 o'clock, go long. If it is at 10:30, go short. Okay, so at these levels, at these time periods, you're gonna find like midnight, 12 midnight, you're gonna find pretty explosive move. We're at 9:57. We've got 3 minutes. Let's see if we get our big blowout move. Supply. I'm gonna make this line red to show you, to represent supply, overhead supply. And now we have demand is higher than supply. It creates an imbalance. There are more buyers than there is to buy. So now price gets bid higher. Now is it for real? Is it a fake out? We got a new candle at 67.67. So demand held, buyers stepped in. And let's see if we continue to roll on up there. Okay, so a little bit of a pullback, retest. It left home. It came out. Sometimes it'll come out and take a look around, come back home. Try to move back in, but he finds the bedroom is turned into a sewing den or man's cave, and so now he's gonna move out. So we call this return to the scene of the crime. Price breaks out, and then now we got breakout, got to run, right? So price ran, new high, and there we go, right? All right, that's supposed to work, guys. If you're not doing this in your trading, if this isn't happening for you, if you don't understand what's going on in the market, and you're just kind of like guessing, then you need to seek help. You need to click the link below and reach out and talk to either me or one of my staff if I'm not available. And then we can give you a little coaching session and find out what's going on if you're trading and see what's going on and how we can get you on track using the 4 pillars. The 4 pillars to profitable trading. You want to get in that. You want to make 2,100, 2,000, 3,000 bucks, or why not? Take it. Why not? No. This is a take profit line. If I were to go blow my nose or whatever, make a cup of coffee, that's going to limit out without me touching it. All right. Now you could turn around, it could drop, right? That could happen too. And that's the way you protect our positions with stops. So we look at 67.70. It's 10 o'clock. What did I say? It's 10 p.m. and 21:59, and now it's 10 p.m. because add 12 to that, and we came really close to that. Let's see if we've got a breakout. It looks we can zoom in on Pippo Vision, but see, this was demand. This was demand, and then we had overhead supply, and now supply is being retested from the backside. So that was our supply box. Let me go ahead and change colors on that. Okay. So this candle dictated our supply. Price broke out. Again, I'm just showing you just basic stuff here. Just supply and demand. I'm buying support, and it broke, and then here. Okay. So we'll see. Price came back down. A retest. Now we have a new level of supply, right? We have people taking profit, and we have a supply line. But do you have the confidence to be able to draw that line? And do you know how to draw that line? No one's really teaching you because they don't know. They mean well, but most of them have never worked at a bank or a brokerage, and an investment bank where, not bank telling, but actually, the banks make up the majority of the volume of the Forex. In fact, it's called the interbank market. Banks, and this is a playground of banks and hedge funds. It's the largest, most liquid market in the world at $5.1 trillion a day. So we're coming out of this box on a trend line break, and we're looking for an exit outside the box. We got exit. And we can lighten the load too and say, hey, I can take one off, right? Man, would one of these trades be nice? What could you do with an extra 2,000 bucks, right? An extra $4,000, an extra $5,000. Guys, the public is throwing darts. I'm going to quote from Gordon Gekko from Wall Street. The public is throwing darts at a dartboard, buddy. I'm not throwing darts at a dartboard. I bet on sure things. Read Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Every battle is won before it's ever fought. Think about it. If you're not inside, you're outside. And that's why I went to work at one of the world's largest Forex brokers in the world, to get inside to figure out what's going on. Because people who are telling you about trading have never been on the inside, so they don't really know. They have a general idea, but there's a general idea of, you may go to a doctor and say, oh, I have a back pain, give me some back medicine, but you could have a kidney problem, but you don't know because you're not a professional. That's why you hire a doctor, right? I'm a professional trader, and you can tell right now that, I'm making money right now, right? 10:04, and we're really close to our limit. We're looking for a breakout, and that breakout will close out automatically. Spread, we didn't cover the spread. Come on, we crossed the line. There we go. See, now we've outside of supply, and now we're running, right? So these other levels, there's clear space. There's nothing there. So this should run, right? There's nothing in its way. But I'm on a tick chart. There is some areas back here, maybe a little bit right there at 67.72. But once we cross that, we should run right into 67.75. That is a banker's level. 75 is a banker's level. The 50 area is a banker's level. The 25 is the banker's level. So it's trying to get to the next banker's level. It's like the guy running, he's on first base, but he's trying to get to second base, right? And then he's trying to get to third base. And then he's trying to get to fourth base. No fourth base. He's trying to get home, right? And that's what these prices are trying to do. They're trying to get to the next base. But if you don't know what the base is, you don't know. The next base, we're at 67.72. The next base is 75. 75 what? Whatever. It's 67.75, 1075, 80.75, 70.75, 75.75, 42.75, right? It's a 3/4 line, okay? If you guys know what a quarter is, I know U.S. we have 25 cents as a quarter. We're trying to get to the next quarter line. I think I even have an indicator called the quarter line. Boom. We hit it. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Boom. Boom. Hit it. Boom. See it? Quarter line. Well, I'm getting out of here because we're at the quarter line. Right at the quarter line. Oh. Get me out. Boom. Okay, so we're at the history right here. And we can see that we took trades on the break and we broke out, right? Again, the date is 8/19/2019, August 19th, and the time is 10:07. I told you at 10 o'clock we were going to get the break, and we did. Did I not? Did I stutter? Did I lie? Did I make anything up? Do you see all these green lines are trades that I got in and got out? These are all of these, right? And you watched me do it, right? Now, guess what? This is probably not as good as my students. After you've had 12 weeks with me, you're going to be seeing all kinds of trades, right? So you've actually watched me today make $26,669, right? Right? At support, I told you where I was going to go. This is where it stopped. I told you the supply lines. I showed you the entire thing, right? You can go out and try to do this yourself, or you can call me. You can call me, you can talk to one of my associates, and you can find out how to do this right so you can stop wasting time, okay? You've been playing Forex for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. I'm not talking to the newbies. Newbies, you're just going to have to figure it out on, because you guys are probably not going to want to make the investment in your education. But the people who've been wandering around the desert for like 6 years trying to do this yourself because you don't know, and they're not going to tell you, and I'm willing to tell you, but you got to call me, Okay, so go ahead and click the link below. We'll talk to you soon. This is Greg McLeod from the Forex Cash Machine signing out. Peace and pips. Cheers. Bye.